what's up you money makers? Welcome back to my channel. In this video I'll be sharing one of the massive news that just came out for GameStop Corp, ticker symbol GME. I'll talk about that. I will also talk about and discuss how it will impact the GME stock price. As you can see, the stock is down 12 to 13% to $167 right at this moment. It was down in pre-market as well, 12%. So we'll talk about how this news will impact the GameStop price from the technical standpoint as well as some of the valuation standpoint. What can be the price point next for GME? We'll also talk about that, and on the top of that we'll review some of the technical pointers and technical analysis for the stock price and where it can go. So some of the price prediction for GME stock. So watch the full video. If you own the stock, I wanted to say it's not a big deal just yet, so do not panic. I'm not a financial advisor, but I do a lot of research and analysis, and I like to share my research with you, hoping it will help you making informed financial decisions. So like, share and subscribe. Your like will make sure that this video can reach to more and more people. So click on the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to my channel for future videos and timely updates for something like this that can help you making very informed decision. If you own the stock, if you're trying to get the stock for a swing trade, might be on an opportunity. This is not an advice to buy or sell GameStop or any other stock, but I wanted to share one of the massive news that just came out. Now let's take a look at GameStop. GameStop is down 11%. As you can see right now, it was 165 just before a minute, and right now it's 169, 170. So it's a pretty volatile stock at the moment. And if you take a look at 5-day chart, stock is down 11% to 1 month. If you take a look, it's 24% high, and for 6 months it's going to be massive, 16 to 1700% spike in the stock price. Now the news that I want to talk about is GameStop announced this morning that GameStop plans for $1 billion stock sell, and that caused a little bit of a dip into the stock price, and the stock is sliding. As you can see, the stock is sliding at the moment. However, let's take a look at a little bit more into detail. GameStop Corporation stock fell Monday morning after the video game retailer said it may sell up to $1 billion worth of stock as it takes the advantage of this dizzying rally in the shares this year. And it is and as we all know that this rally was driven by the Wall Street bet, some of the social media buzz, and it was not only GME. There were a few stocks, AMC, GME, CTRM, and we have been reviewing all these stocks on this channel. So it is pretty natural that the company may take this advantage, and in my honest opinion, I was waiting for the stock dilution and when it will happen. It is in company's best interest as well for the future. It keeps the company afloat in terms of the capital that they are raising for future. If they use it wisely, it's going to help the company and eventually the shareholders as well. Now, $1 billion. I want to take a step back and take a look at the valuation from the market cap standpoint. As you can see, the market cap is close to $12 billion, $11.75 billion to $12 billion for GME stock. Now, if you take a look at $1 billion, it's a shy of 10%, I want to say, more or less 10%. If you think round it off, then 10% stock dilution is not super huge. Yes, this $1 billion number is psychologically makes a huge number. Let's say if you think about $1 billion, it's a big number. But if you take a look at the market cap of GME, it's close to 10%. And we have seen for many other stocks, including some penny stocks. AMC also announced that they're trying to find out an opportunity for 550 million stock dilution, so on and so forth. So 1 billion is not a super big, super huge number for GameStop, and I do believe that in the long run it wouldn't really impact the stock price. The stock dilution will not really impact the stock price. As you can see, the stock is back to 177, so close to 180, and it's only down 7%. So my point is, considering how big the market cap is that GME has, this $1 billion is pretty close to 10% and should not really a big deal. Now, company said it would sell up to 3.5 million shares and use the proceeds to speed up the shift in the business model into their e-commerce model that they already have in overhaul, being led by the top shareholders and the board members Ryan. At Thursday's closing price $191 at the market price. Sell could fetch GameStop up to $670 million. The company, however, is not obligated to share the sell at that value at the market program because it allows the companies to sell stock over the period of time. Now, GameStop has gained more than 900% so far this year, and as we have seen already for 6 months, it is up 1744%. For 1 month, the stock is up 26-27%. Year to date, the stock is up 907%. So think about it. If someone bought the stock on January 1st, it's been close to 3 to 4 months, and they're making 9 times return on their investment. So in my honest opinion, if you're holding GameStop for a long time, it is not really a panic moment just yet. Now, looking at for this year, company's valuation, it gives as much as 34 billion at one point as to when we saw the rally into the stock price. Now, the traders bet against the Wall Street hedge fund that has shorted its shares. Now, we also saw that some of the restrictions that were applied by Robinhood and some other trading platforms on AMC, GME, CTRM, so on and so forth. The movie theater operator AMC and the airline operator American Airlines also benefited from the Reddit-fueled trading frenzy in January, were able to sell stocks, but GameStop was unable to do so because of the regulatory restriction that the company had. GameStop warned investors that the purchase of the share offering may result in significant loss if the price of the stock declines, and that's the fact that it's a riskier investment. Any stock is risky. It can go either way. And once again, this is not a penny stock. It's an established company. The company has a revenue model. It has been around for a while. If you take a look at when the company was founded, the company was founded in and I'm not able to see this data, and it was right here. The company was founded in 1984 right here in Dallas. So the company is around for a while. So it's not really a big deal because the company has established and proven revenue and support model. The new at the market offering prospectus filed by the U.S. Security Exchange and Commission replaces one from the December, which GameStop has registered for 100 million worth of stock. The company said it has not sold any stock under the December prospects. So the company is thinking more about their future. The company is thinking a lot more about the shareholders as well. Even though they had an opportunity to sell this 100 million worth of stock, they did not do it. Now, GameStop said that Jefferies LLC is going to be acting as the agent, will charge them 1.5% gross sell, and the shares are down in the pre-market as you can imagine. But in my honest opinion, in the long term, the 1 billion, even though $1 billion number looks like a pretty huge number, not really a big deal. Now let's take a look at the GameStop and how it has been trading. Now their average volume is 45 million. There's already 10% of the volume because of this news and a lot of stuff that is going on around GME at the moment. So the average volume is 45 million. If you take a look at the historical volume, the volume was pretty low for a few days considering how big the volume was in general. And take a look right here, 49 million, 33 million, 63 million, so on and so forth, and it went to single digit in terms of million. It was 8 million on March 31st, 9 million on April 1st, and April 5th right now that is trading around, it's close to 4 million as we have seen. Now the stock price, if you take a look, it was 200 and it went to all the way up to $116. From that price point, it did go up to $204, and right now it is $177. If I refresh this, we will be $75 if we'll be able to see the data. 4.5 million and 176 is the stock price. Let's take a look at the technicals. Now, looking at this technicals for 5 days, as you can see right here, the RSI is 37. That makes me think it's an oversold condition right at the moment, right at when the stock is trading. So take a look right here. It was oversold. So people started selling super quickly and RSI was 13. That helped the stock price to spike up right here. In my opinion, 41 is still oversold condition, more towards oversold, and it is right now getting into the average. It's in between, so it's not an overbought, not an oversold condition. Around 50, I want to say. Even if it goes to 80, it can sustain the price. As you can see right here, it was close to 80 and the price was sustained around 180. So my point is, this is not really a big deal in the long schema of things. If you think about long term for the stock price, I wouldn't advise to sell in panic, even though I'm not a financial advisor. So do your own due diligence. I do not own any GME stock as well, but if I did, I wouldn't sell, because this might be just a spike or a dip caused by this news. There might be some of the short sell players that might be selling super heavily, thinking the stock can go down. Who knows, if once again the Reddit comes along and they decide not to sell the stock, then once again we may see the short sell that we saw in the past for GME. So that could be a few things that you want to take into consideration. At this price point, I do not want to say that fundamentals in terms of technical analysis makes a lot more sense, because it is based on some of the news that was triggered this morning. It is based on some of the historical stuff that we have seen around the short sell for GME, AMC, CTRM, so on and so forth. So I would say that I would probably look further into how the news comes out, what the community in general thinks, what people think, what retail shareholders think in terms of the stock price. I do believe that this is the right move for the company. The company has been thinking about their shareholders as well, which is why they did not really use that $100 million, that opportunity that the company had. And by the way, the stock dilution is happening at a pretty good price. $160, $70, $80 for GME stock is a pretty good price to dilute their stocks, and the company is taking the advantage in their best interest, in shareholders' best interest. I just wanted to share this information with you without delay, so that you can make informed financial decision. Consider subscribing to my channel. Click on the like button so this video can reach to more and more people, and we can share this information with all of the people available that are trading in GameStop. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.